Let's talk about storing some cabbage today and how to keep it fresh for longer. My name is Amy Cross and this is the Cross Legacy, where I teach you how to save money on groceries, and one of those ways is by reducing your produce waste. I have a best-selling book that's called the Zero Waste Produce Guide that goes through 75 produce items A to Z, and I've also had a TED Talk on keeping produce fresh longer. The purple cabbage is something that I think of specifically for spring and summer items because I'm using it a lot in shrimp tacos. That is my favorite. I love shrimp tacos with some red cabbage and some fresh mango on it. But we're also making coleslaws and other items. And then in the fall, I get these humongous cabbages that I end up making sauerkraut for the entire year with. So when I'm just using them for meals, I try to get the smaller size of cabbage, which will fit into my crisper drawer. And I make sure that, well, one, I use my organic produce bags that are available on my storefront. But if you were bringing it home in plastic, you take it out of the plastic immediately because it makes a moist environment inside the bag and it will spoil quickly. Cabbage is one that I don't wash when I first bring it home. I just store it in my vegetable drawer with other vegetables. Oftentimes, that is other vegetables that don't get washed right when you bring them home, like cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and corn on the cob. In the book is also a section on how to organize your fridge and what should be stored near each other and items that should be stored far apart from each other. When I do go to use the cabbage, I will wash this in a large bowl with 10 cups of water that is a little bit warm and a tablespoon of salt. I normally use sea salt for this, but you can also use pink Himalayan salt if you're using the purple cabbage. If you are washing a green cabbage, you might want to make sure it is a white or a sea salt because it can make it look like it has pink mold on it with the pink color. So just remember what salt that you use so you don't freak yourself out. I use the sea salt on these items because that is the way that I grew up on a farm at learning how to wash items, and it also will kill any cabbage bugs that are inside of the cabbage. As I go to use the cabbage, if I'm not using the whole head, then I will end up storing the rest, normally shredded or chopped up, in a glass jar with a metal lid. Just remember, when you go to open that metal lid, it's going to smell like cabbage when you go to open it. If you're interested in learning how to make sauerkraut, we have a video here on YouTube how to make sauerkraut and other fermented items, along with hundreds of other videos, so make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button.